Are you unknowingly missing out on easy, delicious, and incredibly potent ways to supercharge your well-being and elevate your everyday meals? What if the keys to stabilizing your energy, boosting your immunity, and finding natural comfort are already right there, but you just haven't unlocked their full potential? By the end of this journey, you'll not only know how to harness their extraordinary powers for both culinary delight and profound well-being, but you'll understand why these humble heroes have been revered across cultures for thousands of years. So get ready to awaken your senses, empower your health choices, and unveil the hidden might of your spice rack. If you're ready to unlock the ancient secrets of garlic and revolutionize your health from the inside out, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's dive into the wisdom of the spice drawer. If I were ever forced to have only one herb in my kitchen, garlic would be it. Seriously. If there's anything that enhances the flavor of food more or improves health better than garlic, it's yet to be discovered. Garlic, often affectionately or sometimes exasperatedly called the infamous stinking rose, the brunt of many jokes, the offender of probing proboscises, may, in the final analysis, be nothing less than one of the world's most versatile culinary herbs and greatest medicinal plants. My personal motto for garlic is simple: useful for everything. It truly is. Cultivating the clove, growing your own garlic gold. Growing garlic is not just easy, it's incredibly fun and deeply rewarding. It thrives in well-drained, fertile soil with a good pH range, remarkably tolerant, from 4.5 to 8.5, and does best in full sun, just like cayenne. The most common way to grow garlic is from individual cloves. You don't plant seeds, you plant the cloves themselves. Gently separate a head of garlic into individual cloves, making sure to keep the papery skin intact on each clove. Plant them with their pointed ends up, about 6 inches apart and 2 inches deep. For most climates, you'll want to plant in the fall, typically in October or November, for a late summer harvest the following year. This allows the cloves to establish strong root systems before winter sets in. In very cold climates, a good layer of mulch can protect them. If fall planting isn't feasible, you can plant in early spring for a late fall harvest. To harvest the bulbs, you'll know they're ready when the lower leaves begin to turn yellow and fall over, and the blooms, if you let them flower, start to die back. Gently loosen the soil around the bulbs with a fork and pull them up. Be careful not to damage the bulbs. Once harvested, you'll need to cure them by letting them dry in a cool, dry, well-ventilated place for a few weeks. This hardens the papery skin and prepares them for long-term storage. A crucial tip for increasing the size of your garlic bulbs: cut back the flowering stalks, which are known as scapes. These curling, green stalks emerge in late spring or early summer. By removing them, the plant directs all its energy into developing a larger, more robust bulb underground, rather than producing flowers and seeds. The best part: the scapes themselves are edible and absolutely delicious. They have a milder, sweeter garlic flavor and a tender, crisp texture. And oh yes, never forget this golden rule for garlic growers: always save some of your biggest, best cloves from your harvest for replanting next season. It's a sustainable cycle that keeps on giving. Garlic's unrivaled power, a medicinal marvel. Garlic's medicinal regimen is truly astonishing, making it the herb of choice for an incredibly wide range of ailments. It is arguably the herb of choice for treating colds, flus, sore throats, and poor or sluggish digestion. Its benefits here are multifaceted. Garlic stimulates the production of white blood cells, which are the frontline soldiers of your immune system. This effectively boosts the body's overall immune function, helping you ward off infections or recover more quickly. The magic largely comes from its sulfur compounds and essential oils, particularly allicin, which converts to allicin when the bulbs are crushed or chopped. Allicin is a potent internal and external antiseptic, antibacterial, and antimicrobial agent. This means garlic is incredibly effective for treating many types of infections, from bacterial to fungal. In fact, studies have even found it effective against several forms of antibiotic-resistant strains of bacteria, a truly remarkable feat in today's world of increasing drug resistance. This makes it a foundational, natural antibiotic. Beyond infections, garlic is a well-known vermifuge, meaning it's traditionally used to treat intestinal worms in humans and animals. Its potent compounds create an inhospitable environment for these parasites. Its cardiovascular benefits are also profound. Garlic is very effective for maintaining healthy blood cholesterol levels by helping to lower LDL, bad cholesterol, and triglycerides. It also helps prevent blood platelet aggregation, which means it makes your blood less likely to clot excessively, thereby reducing the risk of harmful blood clots. This makes it the herb of choice for many circulatory issues, supporting overall cardiovascular health and acting as a natural blood thinner. And the list continues. Recent studies also show that garlic can lower blood sugar levels, making it a useful aid in managing and treating type 2 diabetes. It can improve insulin sensitivity, similar to cinnamon, assisting the body in processing glucose more effectively. Aside from all these powerful therapeutic actions, garlic is just plain tasty. Its unique, pungent, savory flavor enhances countless dishes, making it easy to incorporate its health benefits into your daily diet without it feeling like medicine. The bulb, the part we typically eat, and the scape, the flowering stalk, are the parts used. Key constituents include allein, the precursor to allicin when crushed, powerful essential oils, various sulfur compounds, which give it its characteristic smell, and important minerals like germanium, selenium, potassium, magnesium, phosphorus, along with essential vitamins such as vitamin A, B vitamins, and vitamin C. This rich composition explains its diverse and powerful effects. Important considerations: safety factors for the stinking rose. Yes, even the beloved garlic comes with warnings. Though generally considered a safe, non-toxic herb for most, garlic is not necessarily good for everyone. Like all powerful remedies, it has specific actions that might not suit every individual. For some people, garlic can add too much fire to their system, especially when consumed raw or in large amounts. This can manifest as heartburn or stomach distress. If you're prone to digestive sensitivity, listen to your body and moderate your intake. Interestingly, in some traditional systems, excess garlic is even thought to provoke anger, considered a hot condition. Garlic can also be a stomach irritant for small children and infants. Therefore, it generally should be avoided by nursing mothers who find that after eating garlic, their child becomes fussy or colicky. Infant digestive systems are still developing and can be very sensitive. Also, be aware that garlic can irritate and burn sensitive skin if applied topically in a concentrated form. While it's fantastic for fighting external infections, always do a patch test first and be cautious with prolonged direct skin contact. Never apply raw, crushed garlic to open wounds without extreme caution, as it can be very irritating. But don't let these warnings deter you. They are simply about mindful use and recognizing individual sensitivities. For most, garlic is a profound ally. And a fun fact: those garlic scapes, often overlooked, are lovely in the garden, add interest to bouquets, and make flavorful additions to pesto, soups, and stir-fries, offering many of the same benefits as the bulb, but often in a milder, more digestible form. Garlic in action. Recipes for robust health. Let's dive into some incredible ways to harness garlic's power, both culinary and medicinal. Pickled garlic, a delicious digestive aid. This is one of my absolute favorite medicinal recipes, and it's truly delicious. I learned to make pickled garlic from an old-timer who used to visit my first herb store, Rosemary's Garden, back in the early 1970s. He'd bring in little jars of pickled garlic that he imported from China for me to sell at my shop. Back then, things from China were still a novelty, but they were quite expensive, and I thought, surely I can make these myself for far less. And it was true. This is a fantastic way to eat raw garlic with all of its virtues intact, without the fear of stomach distress that raw garlic is known to sometimes cause. The pickling process seems to mellow its intensity while preserving its benefits. These tasty morsels of pickled garlic contain all the medicinal properties of fresh garlic. To pickle the garlic, fill a wide-mouthed glass jar with whole, peeled garlic cloves. Add enough tamari, a gluten-free soy sauce alternative, and/or apple cider vinegar, preferably unpasteurized for its added health benefits, to completely cover the garlic. Ensure the garlic is fully submerged to prevent spoilage. Place the jar in a warm spot, like near a sunny window, and let it sit for 3 to 4 weeks. This initial fermentation mellows the garlic and infuses it with flavor. After this initial period, strain off the liquid. Set aside half of this liquid to be used in salad dressings and marinades. It's a pungent, flavorful base. Place the remaining half of the liquid in a saucepan and add an equal amount of honey. Warm this mixture over very low heat, stirring constantly until the honey is thoroughly mixed into the tamari or vinegar. This creates a sweet and sour glaze. Pour this sauce back over the garlic cloves in the jar, recap, and let it sit for another 3 to 4 weeks. Store your finished pickled garlic in a cool, dark location where it will keep for a year or longer, though honestly, it never lasts that long as it's simply too good. To use, eat at will. These pickled garlic cloves are quite delicious, with a sweet, hot, pungent flavor that is utterly addictive. They make a fantastic snack, an addition to charcuterie boards, or a flavorful pop in salads. 4 Thieves Vinegar. An ancient protector, there are many recipes and legends surrounding 4 Thieves Vinegar, a famous historical remedy often associated with protection during times of plague. This recipe is a potent blend designed to ward off illness and boost your defenses. You'll need 4 cloves garlic, finely chopped, the core antimicrobial and immune-boosting agent, 1/2 cup lavender flowers. For their calming, antiseptic, and aromatic properties, 1/2 cup rosemary leaves, a stimulating, antiseptic, and antioxidant herb, 1/2 cup sage leaves, coarsely chopped, a powerful antiseptic, antiviral, and anti-inflammatory herb, 1/4 cup thyme leaves, known for its potent antiseptic and respiratory benefits, 1 teaspoon clove powder, a strong antimicrobial and warming spice, apple cider vinegar, preferably unpasteurized, the solvent and beneficial base. To make the vinegar, place the chopped garlic and all the herbs into a wide-mouthed glass quart jar. Add enough warmed apple cider vinegar to completely cover the herbs. Warming the vinegar gently, not boiling, helps it more actively draw the beneficial properties out of the herbs. Place the jar in a warm spot, like near a sunny window, and let it sit for 3 to 4 weeks. Shake daily to ensure thorough extraction. After the steeping period, strain out the herbs and pour the infused liquid into a clean glass jar with a tight-fitting lid. Store in a cool, dark location where it will keep for up to a year. To use, according to sources from antiquity, 4 Thieves Vinegar was used to protect against various ills, from the spell of sorceresses to warding off the plague, and for general endurance and protection. Basically, the same things you'd use it for today, just described in the language of a different time. Take 1 to 2 tablespoons every 3 to 4 hours to actively ward off illness, especially during cold and flu season. It can also be used liberally as a flavoring agent in salad dressings or marinades, adding a unique, pungent, and highly beneficial kick. Fire Cider, your winter wellness elixir. This is truly my favorite herbal vinegar. Fire cider is an amazingly effective remedy for staying healthy in the winter and keeping colds and flu at bay. And honestly, it's actually delicious. Many people enjoy it as a vibrant salad dressing, but be sure to save some for its medicinal purposes. You'll need 1 medium onion, chopped, a strong immune booster and decongestant, 4 to 5 cloves garlic, coarsely chopped, your powerful antimicrobial core, 3 to 4 tablespoons freshly grated ginger root, warming, anti-inflammatory, and aids digestion. 3 to 4 tablespoons freshly grated horseradish root, a potent decongestant, clearing sinuses and boosting circulation. Apple cider vinegar, preferably unpasteurized, the essential base, honey, to balance the heat and add soothing properties. Cayenne powder, to add that signature fiery kick and circulatory stimulation. To make the vinegar, Combine the chopped onion, garlic, ginger, and horseradish in a wide-mouthed glass quart jar. Add enough warmed apple cider vinegar to cover all the ingredients completely. Again, warming the vinegar helps it draw out the properties more effectively. Place the jar in a warm spot, like near a sunny window, and let it sit for 3 to 4 weeks, shaking daily. After this infusion period, strain the liquid, discarding the spent herbs. Now comes the fun part: add honey and cayenne powder to taste. This is where you customize the sweetness and the heat. The finished product should taste lively, hot, pungent, and sweet, a truly invigorating blend. To use, at the very first sign of a cold or flu, take 1 to 2 tablespoons of fire cider. Repeat this dose every 3 to 4 hours until your symptoms subside. It's an instant warmth, decongestant, and immune boost, often helping to nip illnesses in the bud. Garlic herb oil. Tasty medicine. This is another delightful way to consume garlic as medicine that is both tasty and healing. Mixing garlic with oil makes it less irritating for people with sensitive digestion, as the oil acts as a buffer. You'll need several cloves garlic chopped, the star of the show, rosemary, thyme, and oregano leaves, or an herb blend of your choice. These Mediterranean herbs pair beautifully with garlic and offer their own antiseptic and antioxidant properties. Olive oil, the base, a healthy fat that helps extract and deliver the garlic's benefits. To make the oil, combine the chopped garlic and several teaspoons of your chosen herbs in a small saucepan. Add just enough olive oil to cover them by an inch or two. Warm the mixture over very low heat for about 30 minutes, or until the oil tastes strongly of herbs and garlic. You can strain the herbs out if you prefer a clear oil, but I personally don't. I love their crunchy texture and concentrated flavor infused in the oil, especially when spooned over bread or pasta. Pour the oil into a glass jar with a tight-fitting lid. Store in a cool, dark location where it will keep for several months. To use, garlic herb oil can be used in so many ways. As a flavorful spread for bread or crackers, drizzled generously into soups, or tossed over pasta or rice. Remember, food truly is the best medicine. The more we can include powerful medicinal herbs as a regular part of our daily diet, the healthier and more vibrant we'll be effortlessly. Garlic flower oil. Honoring the whole plant. Often, people toss garlic's lovely scapes and flowering tops, not realizing what a culinary wonder they are, or that they also possess medicinal properties. Scapes and flowers contain much of the same medicinal properties as the bulb, albeit in slightly less potent quantities. If you find raw garlic bulbs to be difficult to digest or too strong for your taste, try using the scapes and flowers. Use only the tender tops of the scapes, as the bottom part can be quite tough. Scapes and flowers are lovely additions to stir-fries, imparting a delicious, milder garlicky flavor. We enjoy them best blended in pesto or, as I'll describe here, preserved in olive oil. To make the oil, take about 1 cup of finely chopped garlic scapes and/or flowers. Combine them with 1 cup of good quality olive oil in a small saucepan. Warm this mixture over very low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes, just until the oil smells richly of garlic and the scapes flowers are tender and delicious. Pour the oil and infused scapes flowers into a clean glass jar with a tight-fitting lid. Store in the refrigerator where it will keep for several weeks. To use, drizzle this flavorful oil over roasted vegetables, use it as a base for salad dressings, toss with warm pasta, or simply spread it on crusty bread. It's a fantastic way to utilize the entire garlic plant and enjoy its benefits in a milder, yet still potent, form. Garlic ear oil. An ancient remedy for little ones, this is a truly cherished remedy, one that I used on my own children and grandchildren when they would, as children often do, wake up with an ear infection. I learned it from my grandmother, who, I'm sure, learned it from her grandmother, and hopefully my grandchildren will remember and pass it on to theirs. It is truly one of the best remedies for ear infections, specifically associated with colds and respiratory congestion. Crucial caveat: it is not effective and should not be used for swimmer's ear or other instances where the infection is caused by water entering the ear, or if there is any suspicion of a perforated eardrum. This remedy is for typical viral or bacterial ear infections that often accompany a cold. The garlic works to fight the infection, and the warm oil is incredibly soothing, helping to relieve the pain that can be so intense with ear infections. Important safety note. Of course, if the ear infection doesn't improve with the garlic oil treatment within 24 hours, or if it gets worse, a trip to your family healthcare provider is absolutely in order. Quickly. Do not let ear infections go untreated, as they can result in a perforated eardrum and permanent hearing loss. This oil is a wonderful first-line comfort, but not a substitute for professional medical attention when needed. You'll need 1 to 2 cloves garlic, peeled and sliced, the infection-fighting agent. 2 tablespoons olive oil, the soothing carrier oil. To make the oil, combine the garlic slices and olive oil in the top of a double boiler. Warm over very low heat for 10 to 15 minutes, or until the oil smells strongly of garlic. This gentle heat extracts the allicin and other compounds without burning them. Use a fine mesh, stainless steel strainer lined with cheesecloth to thoroughly strain out the garlic. It is critical that no garlic pieces, no matter how tiny, should be left in the oil, as they can cause irritation. Pour the strained, clear oil into a small glass dropper bottle. Store in a cool pantry or closet, where the oil will keep for several weeks, or in the refrigerator, where it will keep for several months. To use, each time you use the oil, it needs to be warmed gently. Just place the dropper bottle in a pan of hot water until the oil is, say, the warmth of mother's milk, comfortable to the touch. Be absolutely sure the oil is warm, not hot. If in doubt, do a test drop in your own ear first to gauge the temperature. Once warmed, dispense a dropperful of the warm garlic oil down each ear. The ear canals are connected, and infections can move back and forth, so always treat both ears, even if only one seems affected. If possible, hold a warm, dry cloth over the ears after applying the oil, and/or gently massage around the ears to help distribute the oil and increase comfort. Repeat every 30 minutes, or as needed, until the pain subsides. This consistent application is key to its effectiveness. Garlic breath, conquer it. The glorious, undeniable aroma of garlic can sometimes be a social hurdle. If you want to avoid garlic breath after enjoying a garlic-rich meal or a dose of garlic medicine, here are some time-tested remedies. Try eating a few sprigs of fresh parsley with your garlic-rich meal. Parsley acts as a natural breath freshener. Chew a few anise, fennel, or dill seeds after a garlic-rich meal or a dose of garlic medicine. These seeds have their own aromatic compounds that help neutralize garlic's sulfur compounds. A small drop of peppermint essential oil mixed in half a cup of warm water, swished around your mouth, not only will freshen your breath and aid digestion after a meal, but also helps dispel that rich garlic aroma. But the best remedy of all for garlic breath is getting everyone around you to eat it with you. When everyone shares the garlic love, no one notices the breath. Raw vs. cooked garlic. Potency considerations. According to the latest studies, cooking garlic may render it a bit less potent, especially regarding its allicin content, which is most abundant when raw. However, most of its active ingredients remain remarkably active even after cooking. So feel free to add garlic freely and abundantly to your soups, casseroles, pastas, stir-fries, and other culinary recipes. You'll still be getting significant health benefits. For the absolute complete medicinal benefits, especially for its strongest antimicrobial and circulatory effects, it's best to consume it raw. You can do this by blending it with pesto, like our medicinal pesto recipe we discussed earlier, or in other sauces and dressings. Or, as we learned, try the delicious and stomach-friendly recipe for pickled garlic. The versatility of garlic means you can always find a way to enjoy its flavor and benefits. If this deep dive has empowered you with new knowledge and a fresh perspective on your spice rack, please give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more transformative natural health content, and make sure that notification bell is rung so you don't miss out on unlocking more of nature's incredible secrets. Thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery and empowerment. Until next time, keep exploring, keep experimenting, and keep living your most vibrant, flavorful life.